Hello, a very warm welcome. On this video, this is going to be an introduction to the Enochian language, where the Enochian language is a language often used in demonology and talking to demons. Hello, a very warm welcome to this again. So, these are letters which, I've got some Enochian letters and some Latin-based letters, and there are assignments almost one-to-one between the Latin alphabet and the Enochian alphabet, and this is because the words used traditionally in Enochian derive from Latin concepts or words in Latin, and therefore it's useful having a script which you can just replace a kind of Latin-based letter with an Enochian one. And that's a way to construct a word. Another way to construct a word is to think of the concepts behind that word and then use symbols to represent those concepts. And the latter method is very useful when doing rituals. When doing rituals, you might have a theme or an idea or a wish that you can think of in its simplest terms as a series of concepts, and you can use just a few Enochian letters to capture that concept. Alternately, when kind of conversing in Enochian, it is perhaps more helpful to use a fully fledged out language rather than a series of concepts, and for this you take the Latin-based Enochian word and you just replace the Latin letters with the Enochian letters. Either route is quite viable, and I'll share the Enochian letters on the screen. But a cool thing about the Enochian letters, which is quite like Tolkien languages as well, is each letter is actually a root for a concept or an idea, and therefore has a meaning in and of itself, and I'll come to that in the next bit. So now you've got the letters. I'm going to go over the roots out of which they come from. Now, all of the Enochian letters represent a concept or an idea in itself, and here I've just got 8 key ones listed. Now, I'm doing this so I don't barrage you with the whole Enochian language and its whole structure. Therefore I'm just keeping it to 8. And I'm choosing these 8 because these are concepts which are used extensively in magic. So Ve is the root of causation, Ged the root of negation, Gal the root of possibility, and Un is the root of manifestation. And those things are very important because often you want to change or negate change when doing magic. And so these roots are hugely helpful in this respect. And then you have roots more associated with knowledge or things that you wish to gain, and then perhaps a more intellectual or emotional plane. And for these you use different roots. So you have Tal, the root of knowledge, Gon, the root of energy, Seth, the root of divination, and Ger, the root of desire. And you might notice that some of these roots are actually letters in the Enochian scripts, and that is intentional. So when doing rituals, I would tend to represent an idea by referring to the root and then writing the Enochian symbol associated with that root. But as I say, you can actually write Enochian by using Latin-influenced words and then replacing the Latin alphabet for the Enochian alphabet. I know this has been very brief, but this is just a brief guide on how to do Enochian, which is commonly used in devil worship. And if you would like to see how to actually go about devil worship and that kind of thing, please check out a video which I will link down below, which is about how to practice demonology. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best.